Ladies and gentlemen, Bulak Nakat you all. I want to thank you all for making our time here today to allow us to have a Talanoa session with you on agriculture, and at the same time hand over to you a portable rice mill. I have with me the Director Policy, Ms. Seram Bose, the senior staff from Ministry of Agriculture here, Waterways here. It's a pleasant afternoon here in Vunivutu Koro. I want to begin by thanking you all for undertaking rice cultivation here. This is one of the largest rice holding here in Vunivutu, undertaken by the Vunivutu Village. As you know, we are spending a lot of money on the importation of rice. Every year, on an average, we're spending about $41 million. Money lost to outside Fiji, our own foreign currency that we have earned. We, at the moment, are producing only 16% of what we are consuming. The remainder, 84%, we are importing. And if all the landowning units in Fiji learn from you and start allocating a small proportion of their land, 40 acres, 50 acres, for rice, we can immediately reduce the importation or import bill of rice substantially. From 41 million, if all of the villages, about 1,000 villages in the country, if they start allocating about 20 to 30 acres, we can bring down rice importation by about 75%. I think Vunivutu Village is an example. You need to be commended. That is why we are here, to reward you by giving you a portable rice mill. We don't want you to go long distance to get your rice milled so that you can consume rice in your village. We don't want milling of your paddy rice to be an obstacle of you consuming rice. At the beginning, we had said that you grow rice for your own consumption. And at that time, we noted that you can grow rice and harvest it, but where will you mill it? And today, this rice mill is for your own village only. The others in the settlement, we will give them a form a cooperative and give them a separate rice mill. This is for this village only. And again, you deserve it. You've earned it. You've become an example, a model for us to quote to other landowning units throughout Fiji, that if Vunivutu can do it, you can also do it. There are some other villages in the Western Division, like Babu village, and a few other villages who are successfully undertaking communal rice growing. They have also planted and harvested rice. But I think this is one of the largest. And thank you very much. Appreciate. And bit by bit, we can reduce the importation of rice. You've got sizable amount of flat land. Your weather condition is reasonably good. One crop is guaranteed. You can have two crops in the same piece of land. And with the amount of rice that you are growing here, you don't need to buy any more rice from the supermarket. We are urging every village in this country that if you grow rice, we will give you a portable rice mill so you can mill your rice. You don't have to go and look for where you will mill your rice.
No.
So, as you know, we are pushing commercial agriculture. Our exports went up by 8% this first 6 months compared to the first 6 months last year. Last year, our exports of agricultural fresh and chilled produce went up by 14% in volume and 24% in value. Remarkable achievement despite all the impediments posed by COVID-19 pandemic. We have now mobilized the entire Fijian population to engage in agriculture. Very exciting days ahead for agricultural expansion and growth. We are getting ready to supply to the tourism sector. We are talking to the tourism sector, asking them that they should no longer give any excuse of not buying from within. They must buy our own produce. They must look at their menu, make appropriate changes so that our vegetables, our fruits are part of the cuisine that they provide. When tourists come from outside Fiji, they want to experience our own cuisine, our own produce. And we are now talking to them that the $74 million per year that they spend on food and beverages, most of it is imported. We are asking them that they replace that with local produce, local fruits. So we're talking to them, and we don't want them to say that we are not consistent in supply. And that is one reason why we're pushing our agriculture sector, our farmers, our suppliers, our middlemen to get ready to collect, to produce, to collect, and supply on a timely basis to the tourism sector. That will not only save millions of dollars in terms of the produce that they import, but also the backward linkage provided by the hotel sector will revive the rural economy, the village economy, the maritime economy. We will soon be announcing another program which will be linking agriculture to the hotel sector, and we will then outline the details of that program. So with these words, I want to encourage the entire Fijian population that they have land around them, they have land resources in their holdings, they must put to use. No resource can have a value if it doesn't provide any positive return. Idle land has no value because it does not generate return. Resources, valuation techniques will look at what is the return from that resource. If the return is zero, it has no value. So put your resources to use for your own benefit, for the betterment of your Matangali, your community, and in national interest. Thank you. My pleasure to hand over this portable rice mill to the community here, and I look forward to having a Talanoa. And I want more land, more idle land to be brought under agriculture, particularly rice. Market is at your doorstep, Fiji Rice Limited. You don't have to look for market. They will buy all rice that you produce. Take away the rice that you need for your village, mill it here, the remainder paddy, sell it to them. $800 a ton. Thank you, Naka.
May labu dito ko na pabinabinakan na kena may sulit na iyaw lebu na bukus sa kanabiran daw titi inalawasan ni Bonongo. May pabinabinakan kila ko lebu kali bisa kina bisa ni tanra ni kau tumay do na Matanggali ka kina bisa may reda ni kuwa. Kaya mindaw reda tunga ni sulit bisa na Bonongo may sa sabagara may sa may biti lebu ini kuwa Kimani sa may rera sa Nikua, i Vunivutu, ni mau kawai tali tunga kimami na tigo na taunda ko ni tao. Pau sibi na poliko. Ngosa kay matay ni kau rera, may suli kina bonongo. Au sa mga binabinaka po na turangan na Minister Reddy, sir, thank you very much for a great trip today. Ako binabinaka po alim sa rabit kaya mo ni na siniko. Sinibeto na pambalaw, nito sa nangaw na may dapat siya na pabinaka ni Panua, kaya mo ni nabalisi-lesi, kaya sa ako binabinaka talangaw, kaya mo ni isa lang batang nila kalong kami bakal nga tingin mo na turanga, kaya na matanito sa alaw ko tininday, minatingo makawas sa bakal nga taka, pinasa walid.